Alright. They modified the hangar door. It's also been moved over to the left from the original design. That's neat. So... No AA shell choices.
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
Oh. Also, ow. Well, I don't intend on messing with it.
Done.
Okay.
The enemy ship sank. Threat in the air. Gunners are searching for airborne targets.
Ah. Why is it constantly updating the range? I'm not actually... Now, why isn't the radar picking that up? Why is that also messing with my speed? Ah. Just W. Just X. Just A. Just D.
Enemy ship on fire.
Seems to work. Also seems that elevation doesn't make any difference. Who have we acquired?
Hi, Jerome.
Hello. I think I like this aiming system.
You think?
Yeah, you lock a target, and then it gives you a follow the pointer for traverse, even if you're moving. But the range adjustment might take a bit of time for it to actually work. Also, Pittsburgh is pretty. And I do note...
I haven't figured it out this yet.
It's pretty simple from what I figured out. You literally just point at target.
I mean, it doesn't have the time crashing. It's kind of glitchy.
The green circle with the line sticking up out of it is your point of impact.
Right.
Or point
Interesting.
of aim, I think.
Yeah.
Moving the camera up and down in the director mode doesn't do anything. But...
The enemy ship sank.
okay, the Hipper just exploded. Oh, I hit a torpedo and it exploded. Yeah, I can't figure out how to get anything to show up on the radar, but I figured out how to change the scale, and her radar goes out to 93 miles, which sounds about right.
So it's... it seems like it's all automatic. The correction is... I cannot... wait. Oh, I can change the correction. Okay, I see.
You can change the correction the same way you could change previously, but once it's measured the range once, it'll give you a lead indicator. That lead indicator will update continuously as the bar redoes.
But I don't get any range estimates.
No, I don't get any either.
Oh, sorry, it says underneath the ship is
Other than
red,
that,
like,
yeah. The lock distance, but the data on the right is literally just saying updating range. And it just updates constantly, though I don't know if that's because this is the
but it
direction
doesn't do
that it is.
anything. As Steve would have to add some correction to it because I can't hit my target.
I mean, I've not missed a shot yet.
Oh, I'm missing. I'm going straight at destroyer and it's missing. Oh, I don't know.
Admittedly, the lead on this is a little bit far to the left, or so fortunately it does let you deliberately alter the distance, or it lets you alter the adjustment.
The enemy ship sank.
Okay, and then that just exploded too.
Bless you.
That was my
Well,
mother
what is-
sneezing on the other side of the house. I will say, Pittsburgh is looking like she'll be fun. The question is, who else have they given radar to?
Hello!
Hello.
Hello! Hi, Opti.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the fire control stations.
It's fine.
TM.
Oh, the
I-
station?
Well,
Sure.
no, the main thing is looking at their performance parameters, looking at...
Uh,
Why the fuck does a Hugo have a fire director?
Probably they're all wrong.
um,
I imagine they're all
Oh.
wrong. They are just
They've
random
added new
ways to pick them.
sounds
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
for ramming the floor. It's a lot more grindy if you ram your ship into an island now.
Right. Also, for some reason, I cannot test sail Aoba.
Oh, I should try Alba, shouldn't I? Though first, I just want to sit here and play with the 3-inch guns, because I haven't actually played with them yet.
No clue.
They've basically introduced fire control systems to every ship, radar
Yeah.
or no. Which is cool. That means that what we have here isn't radar fire control, so...
Yeah, it's still optical
Just fire-
fire.
It's just fire director.
Yeah. Something that is annoying though. You know how you have primary fire director, secondary fire director, and typically high-angle fire directors?
Yeah.
Every single fire director on Pittsburgh is slave to the 8-inch guns. And
Right.
the antenna on the 5-inch director is, for some reason, pointing perpendicular to the director.
Okay.
So basically, if I move the 8-inch turrets, the main battery director moves, the secondary director... Oh, no, hang on. No, sorry, they're not slave to what you're looking at, they're all slave to what you've got locked.
Right.
But that
Okay.
means that every single director is slave to what you've got locked.
Yeah.
Even things that shouldn't be locking on that.
Okay.
So, like, if I'm using the 8-inch battery, my 3-inch director is now locked on. When it shouldn't be, because it's AI controlled and it's supposed to be looking at planes. But for
Right.
some reason, the radar on the 5-inch director is just pointing perpendicular to the ship.
My biggest problem immediately that we are not getting any kind of correction data.
Ah, this is how
Again
they're
or
gonna
something?
nerf the,
What's the point? Okay, it just gives, like I said, in the y-axis.
let's see, this is...
a lead where you have to lead, but the correction is like manual.
It's not that bad from what I found. Let's
Yeah,
see.
but it doesn't say that I should have some correction or not. It's
Yeah,
confusing, really
No,
confusing.
Literally just look at the circle on the floor and see if it's in front of or behind what you're aiming at.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good fire control.
It's
And I do like that they've just sort of made the range something you have to manually look at.
yeah, because that way it's not totally brain dead.
But I
I
don't
do
see
like
any,
this, I do like
improvements
this.
there.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually really enjoy this system.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
This is promising.
Yeah, so
However...
I need to figure this out how.
Oh, that's neat. So,
You press X and
Wyoming-
it automatically re-zeros, yeah? So that's what the X is for now. You automatically re-zero your aim. and you can use that. Yeah, okay, I like
Wyoming has
this.
some thick tanks. I had never noticed that.
I really like this. And I like the new UI for reloading. Like,
Yeah,
there are definitely going to be things to test to see how clunky it is, but this is comfy.
it's definitely a better system. The question is, how much tweaking is it going to take?
Yeah,
Also,
that they're going to have to balance around the unique individual fire controls as well.
they've decided that the rangefinder on top of Wyoming's bridge is a secondary director.
Interesting. Yeah, like that stuff you can report, right?
When yeah, it's
like
just, it
again,
annoys
that
me
stuff you can
because
report.
I can see the secondary director.
I
It's right
get you.
there.
Like you can that's literally just something
Yeah,
you can report.
I know.
Like, yeah.
It's just that actually is a main battery director. The secondary directors are on the sides next to the.
Right.
gun
Yeah.
on the
Again,
bridge. That's something reportable,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But it does note that this isn't a direct. The weird thing is that the one on top of the bridge might actually be a director. I don't know off the top of my head at this point, but it has it listed as a rangefinder. And the weird thing to
Tracking
me,
radar director. Okay.
the weird thing to me is that this rangefinder on top of the bridge, which is half the size of the rangefinder on top of B turret, has the same accuracy, which is 79%.
So what I do have to report is I have to report the lack of a radar on Tone and Alba, not the. Oh, actually, I have to report the lack of a radar on a whole bunch of Japanese ships. So I have a list.
Yeah.
And that,
The ships are.
I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
What about the US, I think? Because Northampton doesn't worry about it.
Okay, so the list is Kyoshimo, Shimakaze, Agano, Tone, Alba, and Shonan. All have Type 22s.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Orleans does not have a radar.
Yeah, so I'm going to, now that radar mechanics are in-game on a blue water surface vessel,
Yep.
I'm just going to say, actually, let's take a look at Alba's model.
Hey, Mags,
Did they give her? Yeah, they did. Oh, she has her,
you're gonna have a report for
interestingly, that's
basically
one radar.
every U.S. ship now that has Bofors guns
Nice.
on it.
Why? Both those guns.
Okay, just for the sake of easy example, look at Sumner.
Oh, I really like Alba's model. This was very well made. God damn.
And
Yeah.
if you look at the quad Bofors guns on the back, you see how there's those little turret-looking things with like a pair of binoculars in it? Those are the fire directors for the Bofors guns. They're not listed as directors in the model. The only thing on Sumner that's listed as a director is the Mark 37.
You mean what? What is like these binocle thingies?
The things either side of the binocle. As in, I'll just post a picture in Navy.
Interesting.
There.
What about the battles? Probably they don't have it either.
Because Cleveland is missing her 40mm directors, which you can see either side of the binnacle on top of the bridge. Wyoming's 5-inch directors are missing, and instead the main battery rangefinder on top of the bridge is listed as it. NOLA doesn't have her radar, but is fire director is listed as fire director, so that's something. Oh, that's a question. Have they at fire control room? Okay.
Okay, time to test out the Type 89 as well.
3 rangefinders, 4 directors.
Oh,
right.
too bad.
Oh.
The stag battles doesn't have
Hey,
or
hey,
don't
hey,
have
hey, hey.
radar.
If your fire director gets knocked out, you have to rely on local fire control.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
That's pretty spicy.
So, you know, NOLA has rangefinders on all 3 of her main battery turrets.
Hmm.
If her main battery director, with its 100% accuracy, 22-second calculation, 12-second update, gets knocked out, you're down to 85% accuracy with 30 and 18. for the turret rangefinders.
That's not bad. I do like that redundancy is actually put in place, though.
I also like that it is a nerf. If you get your
Yes,
rangefinder
yeah.
or your director shot out, you're sucky. Because that's right.
Hyuga has both their directors in basically the same place, meaning that ultimately speaking, this is probably the best place where you can see the sort of World War One era design redundancy failures actually take effect.
Well, also the fact that, that's not correct. That layout is wrong.
Oh yeah, the bridge is literally
Hyuga
incorrect.
hasn't received any new armor. Meh.
I mean, yeah. Is that any surprise?
But those...
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't even introduce a fire control radar to the Fletchers.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
No, not even Sumner does have that, so.
They gave... Interesting.
Where is the rangefinder that it's listing? Is there... Where is the rangefinder on Hyuga? Oh, there we go. There's a rangefinder on the rear mast. On the rear control position. The one that still isn't actually listed as a control position, but...
Right.
And that little 9-foot fire director has the same rangefinder has the same accuracy as the,
I just realized that the
Massive.
Japanese get a shit ton of secondary directors.
Oh.
And a shit ton of primary directors. What the fuck is that thing?
Oh, yeah, but he has a nice camo. Nice camo. Okay.
Wow, they put a lot of design redundancy into the Japanese cruisers. I'm gonna say that that's, convenient, for lack of a better term.
yeah. I'm going to just straight up tell you how many fire directors Yugure is missing.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a
All of
Fletcher,
them.
so...
2, 3, 4, 5. One for
Oh,
every
you- but-
Bofors gun mount.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a fire director, does he? Okay,
It has
she has a radio station. Okay.
Well, she does have a director. It's on top.
They gave us a search radar, but they didn't give us... Oh, wait. These are incorrectly called search radar antennas. Those are fire control antennas.
Which antenna?
Alba's
talking about
fire
the
control.
Oh,
Alba's
I
radars
actually-
are not labeled as fire control radars.
Holy shit, why is it so slow?
Okay,
It's
time to
incorrect
bug
on
report
eBay.
that. That's already an easy bug report.
Oh, wait. You mean the horns?
Yep, those are fire control.
Okay.
And we know they're
and
fire control because of Linton Wells and,
They've also
what's
just
his face?
listed it as being the same as the as the mattress on top. They've also
yeah,
not noted...
it's very clearly not. It's very clearly a horn.
Yeah. They've also missed the ladder on the rear mast.
Oh, the type number 13?
The
I mean,
mast.
like,
Well, that's a radar.
if you're talking about the number 13 in the back, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
That's a shitty air search, though, and...
Oh, I still want to point out, though, you see how big the rangefinders on those turrets are?
For Alba?
Yeah, the main battery rangefinders on the turrets.
Yeah, the ears.
Yeah, they've given those a less accuracy
Yeah.
rating than the rangefinder that is less than half the size of that on the back of Hyuga.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, they
Like,
have
I'm
those
gonna guess
as
that these
well.
numbers, the quantitative numbers, are going to be adjusted. That's fine,
That's
right? And we can
substantial,
even
yeah.
suggest like balance-based changes as well, based off the size of the director, or
Well, that's not
the
even
sort of
balance, that's logic.
Yeah, I get
No,
that. But the
that's
point is that, like, I
calculated.
care less about that right now. I can always, like, once Dev goes offline, I can do that anyways.
Yeah.
I care about more, like, things that I could... Okay, so it sort of has an itinerary. The things that should be prioritized as bugs right now, outside of things that you spot, like, things you observe,
Yeah.
is things that we can test sort of cooperatively and collaboratively. Those are sort of more important.
So-
Like...
What do we
Yeah,
want to
that's...
test?
For now,
'Cause-
I'm not sure, because...
It's 4:45, which gives me an extra 2 hours that I wasn't expecting to have on Dev, so...
That's fair, yeah. I'm still currently sort of getting my bearings with a lot of this stuff anyways, so just keep looking around and seeing what you notice or what you find interesting.
I do want to say, Alba is pretty.
Oh yeah, no, Alba's one of
That is
my favorite
gorgeous
ships for good reason. I am very entertained that the Paris Commune is after the Maria, because
That makes no
really
sense.
it makes the grind so much easier for just an upgrade.
Oh,
Just the best battleship in the game, actually,
test drive
because she has
Alba.
AA.
Just test drive anything with 25s in it.
Oh yeah, I know they have the sound. I have to give that.
Yeah,
Up.
they're very loud.
Oh, yeah, understandable.
Roger.
Yeah. I mean, the easiest way to see that is check if Fletcher had her radar yet.
Alba has a surface search radar, I think. Or it might actually be air search.
She has only search. She only has search radars in game. She should have surface fire control
I know,
as well.
because I can see it.
Yeah, the one thing she doesn't have is air fire control, which is what the Americans had.
Yeah, well, that's what those little
Oh my God.
she's got the same issue that the American cruisers have, in that her tertiary fire control directors aren't actually working properly, and that her secondaries are doing stuff they shouldn't necessarily be doing.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna quickly send Kath some screenshots so that because he's
Oh, I'm
the one
recording.
who's-
So you'll have whatever footage I decide to upload out of this.
Oh yeah, no, that's always good. The
Oh,
Okay,
they
so that's the
updated
tracking meter,
Leipzig's
tracking
armor
meter.
scheme.
They updated whose armor scheme?
Leipzig,
Uh,
thanks to me.
I see.
well, they also fixed Liverpool because of you.
Yeah, but that was
Also, it seems like they might have done something with torpedo explosion chance,
Entirely possible.
because I successfully slapped both the Hipper and something else on the test map, but it might have been
Yeah.
the light cruiser with common.
Oh, yeah, I detonated the destroyer, and but it said this, but I hit the boiler. I have no idea what was that.
No, that torpedo exploded the hell away, and the ship was fine. So that's good to see. Torpedo tube on a Fletcher explodes, Fletcher is fine.
Okay, another thing I'm really curious about: why did they separate there's a lot of things to unpack about how they modeled the radar on Alba, like how they modeled the Type 22 radar on Alba.
That every single
Horn individual. So it should be noted, by the way,
the horns
that
are
when
pairs.
you have wing. Well, not only are the horns paired, but when they're on the wings, so to speak, those two feed into a single feed. They are
Yeah.
one radar. That is as strange as it sounds, because that's not really conventional. 4 horns on port and starboard is one radar. One horn or one pair of horns, so 2 horns on the top is one radar. That's how Type 22s work. So this Alba has one fire Type 22, not 4, not 2, 1. It has 4 transmitter receiver systems, right?
Yeah.
But it's one radar.
4 IOs, 1 processor.
Yeah, exactly. At the core of it, it's a very you'll see more and more of how backward Japanese radar was when you look at stuff like the Type 22, because it's a horn type radar trying to get bearing, which you want to There's a reason the Americans had a parabolic radar system for this.
Yeah.
And they have A scopes. They have this fucking system with their wing-based Type 22s. They sort of tacked on, the plotting room was just a fucking mess.
What is the plotting?
A lot of the
There it
time,
is.
they kept the Type 21s and the Type 13, both air search radars, even though the Type 21s were sort of redundant at that point.
Yeah.
Which means that, if you think about that from an ergonomic perspective, the Type 21 systems and thus the stations for them were still in the plotting room.
Which means that
Where would they put the Type 13 stuff?
some
Well, they'd have to put it. Yeah, they'd either have to expand, which they did make more space for. They flat out just took space out of the other plotting room for the radio stations, essentially. Sort of completely redid and sort of made a lot of the cruiser fire control became very dependent on radar after 44.
It also seems that every radar on the ship at the moment has the same range.
Yeah, no, again, the quantitative values are just going to be whatever. Like,
Well, I mean, as in, they all go out to 93 miles.
yeah, which is, whoa, that's 3 times as much as a Type 22 could achieve.
Well, that's how far the scope goes. The thing is that the search radar on something like a Pittsburgh, right, should do that. If I remember correctly.
Pittsburgh has got a 53 era radar. Either it received the refit from Mark 37 to like Mark, what was it, 25?
It got the upgrade.
Okay, yeah.
Looking at the directors on it. But
I believe it goes to Mark 25, if I'm not mistaken. Because the Mark 37 is the World War II director.
Yeah, for
And
the 5-inch.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is that
Yeah, okay.
it shows the effective range of all of these ship radars as 6 miles, but the scope goes out to 93 for all of them.
Right.
Which, that's definitely something that's going to have to be dealt with, because that's definitely not right.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to also have, hopefully somebody out there somewhere has access to Russian radar data.
The Russians, maybe.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard one there.
Probably on them.
But
Yeah.
I think Alba is going to be pretty decent.
I mean, she's still a 6-gun cruiser at 5.7.
Well,
But
she's gonna
her
be better.
radars, her AA, like she's gonna be better than Furutaka, but that's not exactly a high bar.
Well, I mean, she is quite literally just Furutaka, but
Her
better.
gun angles are actually kind of shit.
Well,
look at the aft turret gun angles, 135 either
Well,
way. That
if
that
they
ain't
didn't
great.
insist on putting boats on everything, it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah,
Wait.
like that's actually an
wrong.
area Furutaka
Okay.
beats her in.
There should be more, but why is my client bugged? I can't see for it. Like I can't do shit with it.
I'm just gonna sort of make that a report based off of game balance issues. Because why on earth would this ship with fucking single mount 120s and 6 guns rather than 10 or 15 or like there are 10-gun cruisers at lower brackets that have recently gotten their gun angles improved. So, because I'm pretty sure they just buffed Northampton's gun angles, didn't they?
No, they just removed the live boats.
Right,
Yeah,
which
they
limited
can-
the gun angles.
reverse
It's plus or minus 150. Yeah, they actually buffed it.
Yeah.
Northampton's gun angles are buffed.
Yay. Finally. I mean,
Yeah,
she
but that's
is-
the thing. She is 5.0 and has 9 guns. Alva has 135 each way and 6 guns.
I think. Problem is that in the archive there's the armor scheme for Furutaka and Aobo, but they're like
Elbow.
for both.
I mean, I can easily find this data. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's 150 at the back, or should be all around.
Oh yeah, no, that's typically the standard. Right, I had Lenton Wells and La Croix open, so I'm gonna quickly check that because it comes with deck plans, which is always really cool.
Hmm.
I probably shouldn't be relying so much on Wells and La Croix, even because like they're old now, and yeah. But that being said, though, it's still a fantastic piece of information.
Oh well, Yubari has a wonderful armament of 4.
Oh yeah, no, she
Launchers.
was dead content. Like we already. Oh, you mean the Torps? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean even if she had a shit ton like long lances for days, I would not play her.
No.
Bonus
I am
turrets, like,
purely
pretty
getting her
slow.
because she's cheap and I can collect ships and yeah.
Mm.
but look at the turrets; they are telling so slow. Like
I mean
But
yeah.
those-
the joke was
Was it any surprise?
very. I'm not even. Is it even right that it turns this slow? I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Yubari has a fire control radar on top of her that isn't listed.
Oh, well, then I can just add that to the list.
She's got the cones on top of the bridge anyway, 2 of them. And
I have no idea. My client
that's-
refuses to let me test sail over.
aw, that's bad, sad. And once again, though, Yubari has what I think are 15-foot. Yeah, those look about 15-foot rangefinders, which are the same accuracy as these 9-foot rangefinders the deck below.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Oh, I see. The cannon goes all hindered by the lifeboats and Ioba. Okay.
Yep, which is why I'm going to make that probably report number 1, honestly. It's just sort of ridiculous that they keep doing this,
Let's
and
see.
I would like them to just sort of make this a policy going forward that they should omit any
Hey.
consideration for just
For
boats
ship's
in general.
boats.
Yeah,
Because-
ships, boats.
In port, it's okay.
Yeah,
But
it's
not in
fine
battle.
to look at on the visual model. The issue is that it's a severe gameplay issue, right?
And it's
that
also
happens with
historical.
every yeah. I mean, there's many reasons why this makes no sense. This may look pretty, but it's putting pearls on a pig, so to speak.
It's also
Um,
the straight fact that you didn't sail into battle.
Yeah, in fact, if you can get a sort of very direct explicit excerpt about that. I know that may be a bit strange because it's such an obvious thing, a bit like how
No,
windshields on certain shells should be there, because, you know, it was obvious enough that they literally omitted mention of it.
Well, yeah,
so to
because
speak.
it's just called APC.
Yeah. At the core of it, this is why... Oh, and you know what? While we're... Is my screen fucking bugged again? I can't click anything. Cool bug.
Huh. Are the horns on the 2-horn Type 21 supposed to spin at different speeds?
That I don't know. They don't
Oh,
specify.
It should be one.
They should be offset by a certain amount, because think about it, emitter receiver. But
Well, on Yubari, the bottom one is spinning 3 revolutions for every 1 revolution the top one's spinning.
in theory, you could get a read out of that, and that would be functional. However, at the same time,
Doesn't sound right.
yeah, I don't know if that, like, again, I have no idea what the actual rotation speeds were, but you know what? Like, that's probably very low priority at this point.
I know, but still, that's something to note.
Yeah,
And hey,
it's sort of like...
I am recording
that's a
this,
thing.
so we can go through
Yeah.
and just listen to. This is something wrong.
That's fair,
Here's
yeah.
the-
You can definitely get a reading
looking
off
for
of
Ioba.
that, sort of, because you have a period, right? So you definitely can do something with that, but I don't know why you'd make it that sort of ratio.
Yeah.
And there are other ways to do it without sort of messing, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'm turning you down. Because Opti at not 4 o'clock in the morning isn't quiet.
Yeah, fair enough. The urban ghillie suit.
Oh, and Pittsburgh is 640,000 RP.
I suspect that that's just a whatchamacallit, placeholder value TM.
I
If
think
not,
I have.
I'm sure somebody's going to report it because they're probably going to notice that and
Yeah.
be a bit salty.
I think I have these plans downloaded. But yeah,
Nice.
as the plans for Alba here very clearly show, or for Otaka, I don't know which one. Either way, it very clearly
It's
shows
all
that
of them.
yeah, number 3 turret is supposed to be
On
You'll
the
need
6th.
to present directly Alba deck plans.
They are the same. They are Furitaka Aoba.
Right. You will need to sort of showcase why you can use these interchangeably. I don't believe you can use the Oni gun angle
Well,
values.
this isn't Oni, this is the ship's blueprints.
That's good.
Yeah, That's what I said.
Where am I
In
looking?
Navy.
Navy.
Or you just have them.
It's in Navy.
Oh,
I mean, I have them downloaded because this is the Haraka collection, and I went through this and scoured for every single set of blueprints I could find.
it's Kako, Furutaka, Kinagusa, and Alba. It's
Yeah.
It's not like we took one ship deck plan and just said it applies to all 4.
But either way, number 3, 20
We actually have.
Number 3, 20 centimeter gun turret has angles of
160.
320.
90 plus 70. What?
90 plus
Sorry?
70 is plus or minus 160, which is 320.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Plus or
right.
minus 160, not the plus or minus whatever she's got in game at the moment, which
135.
yeah,
Just-
that's wrong. That's
Yeah,
very
but just because of the lifeboats, not because they are. they cannot rotate it or anything.
wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's good. If you send me the relevant images, then that'd be fantastic.
It's the one that's linked. It's
Yeah,
it's
no, I
image
mean,
3.
okay. If you already have these specific,
Don't forget to ask Eisens, maybe.
oh no, if we have this, then we have what he has.
He might have some more additional info. He always has.
Yeah.
They should have.
And then also on Alba, her 25mm directors aren't shown as directors, which you can see as the little nipples underneath the side directors.
Oh yeah. Okay. So if you can compile, let's compartmentalize. I'll focus on the radar stuff for now. If you can send me director stuff and any other things that you think need reporting.
I was
What
thinking,
else?
looking at you, Barry,
I
because
think if one of us was writing this down. But
That's good. Yes.
hey ho, I'm recording. I can just write up what I'm going through afterwards.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether I want to report you, Barry, because Eisens will do this, I think.
Eisens is definitely going to work on a lot of this stuff, but we can't predict what he has or how he's going to use it. So
Or
just assume that anything that isn't spotted now, you have to deal with.
Yeah,
okay. Or rather, anything that's spotted now is stuff that you at least keep in the back of your head. You know, drop me a line of what. Like at the end of this, just send me a PM with a list of the things that you've observed that are issues, and I can sort of go. Anything that I can sort of quote unquote do solo, I'll do solo. Otherwise, like, yeah.
I just realized Mitsuki has a range clock. That's cute.
That is pretty cute.
And she has a radar of some description behind her rear funnel.
Mitsuki.
Yeah, well, it's
How fit is
certainly
she
a
in?
radar-looking object. And there's a radio.
What-
It could just be a radio
what-
antenna.
What fit is Mitsuki in? Year.
1941.
Okay, so
It's
who knows?
It could just be a radio antenna. It's a pair of circles.
Yeah, that might be.
Let's see, Ayanami.
Pretty sure the Japanese parabolic radars were purely experimental. They were tested on some vessels.
By a pair
Um,
of circles, I mean literally two rings perpendicular to each
so
other.
not even dishes, just
No, just rings on a tripod, which is why I'm saying it's probably actually just a radio.
yeah. No, that
Yeah.
that is almost certainly.
Oh, Isuzu. Let's say Isuzu.
So the sights inside Ayanami's turrets don't exist.
Don't worry about it.
Well, that's just something else to
Oh,
note.
radar Isuzu. Too bad.
I don't think she's missing any directors though. Okay, this is going to be a long road. Yugumo is missing her radar. She has the cones, but she's got the cones but no ice cream.
The girls with no ice cream.
And that's a boat, not a director. But yeah, her director seemed fine. Other than that, Satsuki has a
I don't
director
know.
up there.
when I'm looking at you, Paris documents, I just can't figure out how this is supposed to. When they
Oh,
show you
also
to the
keep in
top-
back in your mind sort of the list of also U.S. Well, yeah, you guys probably can easily do. It's basically everything that's not Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Everything. What do you mean?
Ships that lack radar fire control for the U.S. That's basically
Oh.
everything that's not Pittsburgh right now.
Well, you say
So-
that, and not a battleship. Or Clemson.
Yeah. Yeah. Very like. Speaking of Clemson, time
Or
to take a look at
an
the
Omaha.
UK's new.
Oh, yeah, I want to look at Vega.
What the hell
Wow.
is this ship's?
There you go.
It should...
20 rounds. Holy crap! She is now a Hunt at 3.3.
Yeah, she has the 2 twin 4-inch guns. Told you.
SAP
That
and
is-
VT.
Okay, so for a bit of context, that is insanely powerful. It's a Hunt at 3.3. That she is the best
Yep.
DD in the.
And she has a high-angle fire director with radar on it that for some reason the radar fire director at the top is given 93% accuracy.
Yeah, that's. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I am
Yeah,
sort of
the-
mildly
these
excited to play her now
This is always placeholder daytime.
Yeah.
because she
Fine.
can. She went from
Oh,
having
what about
like
zero?
30 times less or less than 30 times the DPM of a. Yeah, more like less than 40 times the DPM of a Fletcher, down up to like more like a bit over, no, just about half.
Of course,
Which
Russia.
isn't great, but if you consider the dynamic is 3-3 to 4-3, that is a much better relationship now. You know.
Yep, this
Russia mage fighting is 100%, of course.
naturally.
What would you? Same as the US.
I just have to say
Just
that.
as good. Just as good.
Yeah.
Oh, if you had Churchill, you keep Churchill, I guess.
Yep.
I like
Vega is a good addition.
I had that. I
Vega
was
is
given
a
talisman. I
Maybe
won a talisman.
3.7 in disguise. Like this thing is going to give the Leopard a run for its money, and it's a 3-3.
There's Yubari's radio. Yubari's missing the radar, as said. Okay, Ducky. I expect Ducky, yep. 1, 2 radars missing.
I mean, she literally doesn't have a Type 22 to speak of, so
Well,
don't even
no.
worry about that part.
Well, she's got a Type 13, and then she's got a mattress.
I believe that's a 21, but yeah.
It's not a fire director radar, but it's
No, it's she only has search radars.
still. She's got 2 of them, and they're both missing.
Yeah, that's the Type 21. The one that, frankly speaking, probably should have been removed with the introduction. Well, I don't know. The number 13 is also very crude, to be fair.
I'm trying to determine. There's a pair of binoculars underneath her foremast on the bridge deck, and I can't tell if those are just binoculars or if those are related to spotting for the AA guns. But I'd say that one is
Good
probably
question.
better relegated to somebody who actually knows what they're talking about on this subject.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any idea, to be fair. that stuff is not really, yeah.
Yeah, it's not an easily spottable thing.
Baltimore doesn't have a radar.
Well, that's
Curious.
I'm gonna, right, yeah. I completely
Curious.
Isuzu is missing both of her search radar.
So kind of
forgot. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot to test.
What is that thing? That's a question. Opti, if you look on Isuzu,
Yeah.
what are those weird... Are those air intakes or something directly behind the main rangefinder on the foremast in front of the radio antenna?
Air intakes.
Yeah, there's these weird black voids behind the binoculars either side of the spotting area underneath the rangefinder.
I have no idea.
And otherwise,
It's very thin, but it does look like piping.
yeah,
so-
and then it just sort of disappears.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, there's always a chance that they just had
the weird.
bridge model errors. So
Yeah, I don't. She really doesn't have very much in the way of range finding. Oh, and she is missing a radar. 2 radar. Yeah, I already said that, didn't I? Actually, maybe even 3, because it looks like in addition to the. Oh, hang on. Yep, at least 3 radar Isuzu is missing. She's got
So all of
the
them.
she got the bed spring on the bridge. There's a ladder running up her main mast. Above that is a Type 21 pair of horns. And then there's a weird
the
3-pronged
horns are the
looking
22s. The mattress is a 21, and
That
the
one.
sort of weird spine
It's the
thingy
13.
is a 13. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's got all 3 of them. And not one is listed as existing. Moving on. Kuma. That's a crane. You know, they really need to model auxiliary control positions. Like, Kuma, you can straight up see the wheel on the rear control position. And then the third steering position actually being the steering gear room itself.
Well, they didn't model the proximity fuse for
The 3 and
The-
50s.
no for the Type 89 to
Yeah.
arm on planes. So I'm
Oh.
gonna guess that it arms on tanks and ships only. I might introduce a suggestion that they give it air fuse so that it can strike aircraft.
Mm.
Because that would be cool, and also it's a magnetic fuse, so there's no real reason why it shouldn't.
Kako has no main fire director modeled. It only has the secondaries, which are for some reason also modeling the main. It's rather the actual fire director, which is the lighthouse on top, has a little tiny rangefinder in it, which doesn't exist in the game. So that's fun. But that's all Kako is missing, I think. Shimakaze is missing a Type 13, a Type 22. No Type 21, though.
Okay, so it definitely proxy fuses on tanks, but it doesn't proxy fuse on planes.
Weird. I mean, I know that's literally a yes-no indicator that they've decided to toggle off for some reason, but...
Actually, if I have you guys for a second. I'd like to hop into a custom so I can test this.
Yeah, let
Like-
me just finish going through Japanese tree because I'm halfway
Sure.
through it.
Of course.
Wait, I'm just gonna have you guys sit outside of 30 meters in a helicopter. Or wait, no, I can do this with AI. Never mind. I can do this later.
I don't have a helicopter.
I have
that's
a
unfortunate.
helicopter. Ah, yep, and again with the pairs of like really wide set binoculars around Agano's bridge, I'm
One
pretty
sec.
sure those are 25mm directors.
Oh yeah. Like on the
And
two
those
sides
aren't modeled.
after the funnel.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they are. There's fire director to me.
No, I
To
mean
Acer.
the.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean up around, literally next to the bridge. But let's see, Sendai.
In front of it.
Like in not just the binoculars, but the ones that are like really wide set.
Are you talking about one behind the second turret?
Let me just go back to her a second. Where was I? Agano? Yeah. So
I see
On
the director.
on the actual bridge itself,
Yeah.
as in the deck with the green and red lights on it,
Hmm.
go to the back side of it, and or actually right underneath the green light, the navigation light, you see there's like a pair of binoculars, a really wide set pair of binoculars, and then a weird camera looking thing.
Okay, I got the recording I
Right.
needed.
Okay.
Um,
One of those 3 things is a director for the 25mm.
Interesting.
And I'm not sure which. It's just that's a I know that that's right moment.
Hmm. I'm sure I don't have anything all directed at directs for the 25s.
Yeah. Mikuma, there are at least 4 directors missing. Make that 6 on the bridge alone.
Does Moffat have radar?
Oh yeah, this is a suggestion. I don't even need to.
Maybe.
I don't even need to introduce a C log. I just go, hey, please, give this thing an air burst. Thanks.
Please fix.
No clog required.
It's not even like fix. It's just because I can't prove that it air bursts on planes, but I'm just saying like this is something people would like essentially.
Let's see. And Alba, we've already been over. She's missing a Type 13 and some 25mm directors either side of the bridge. With the little
You
binoculars.
can't
sticking
figure
out
out
of
really
boxes.
the aiming. You see that I always have to zero it down so that the shells could actually land on the ship.
Oh,
I
haven't
could
had
do
an
that
issue with it.
manually. This feels so clunky.
Furutaka, same directors missing as Alba. No radar to worry about. Tone. Also missing all the 25mm directors. Also missing what looks to be 2 Type 22 sets. A Type 13 as well.
I mean, yeah, just send me if you can write this down and send me a PM. I can drop this.
I'll write it down after I've done it all.
That's fair, yeah.
Because this is a substantial amount of crap, and yeah. Where's the back button? There's the back button. Suzuya. Same as everything else. Missing is 25mm directors. No radar to worry about. Mogami also missing 25mm directors. No radar. Huh, Ikoma actually has the rangefinder and the fighting top models. That's nice. Actually, that's a question. Would she have secondary rangefinders?
Interesting.
I'm just looking for tiny... as far as I can tell, she just has rangefinders scattered about, which are just used for whatever. So that's...
I can only wait when they start saying that, oh, it's bad, whichever rangefinder or whatever accuracy they have this for gameplay reasons, and like
yeah. Gameplay reasons when the fire director is 93% accuracy and the rangefinder that's twice the size behind it is 79%. Yeah, that's not how that works.
That's gameplay.
But I think Setsu is correct, rangefinder wise. Hyuga
Interestingly.
is Dill Hyuga.
Chapayev has 85% accuracy on the rangefinder, these turrets. Not by the director itself.
And Hyuga's directors are 100% accuracy for some reason when they're also not that big. the box for the invisible man manning the machine guns is still there as well.
It was fucking 4.0. It's a Peacock at 4.0.
Yeah, okay. That's
That's highly unfortunate.
I think I shall pause